Hi, Tubesters. I thought today I should talk about the tummy tuck that I had 2 weeks ago, 15 days ago actually, on September the 8th, 2014. And tomorrow I go in to see my surgeon again to check. I have two drains, which I'll show you a bit of in a moment. We'll check to see if they can be removed yet. I have a feeling not, because I'm still draining a lot. But I digress. Anyway, my thought process was I should get this video, at least one video, done before I have the drains taken out, just in case they take them out tomorrow. So that was my motivating factor for today, although I've been putting it off and love to put it off some more. I've been reluctant about tummy tuck discussion or doing it from the get-go. I had always said up until a couple of months ago, maybe 3 months ago, that I would not have any plastic surgery. I was not anticipating doing any of that. I figured I was pretty well done with surgery. But I've been having a lot of back issues, and at least partially work-related from working on a computer, back, neck, hand. I have tingling in these two fingers that never goes away. I have some nerve damage on the ulnar nerve that goes along here. Anyway, part of that is neck and back oriented as well, and the theory is that if I had the tummy tuck done, it would relieve some of the weight coming off the front, would relieve some of the overcompensation that my back was doing. Nice theory. I hope it works. But then when I found out that my insurance would cover it, and I got to thinking maybe later I would want the tummy tuck anyway, maybe I should do it now while I still have insurance, still have a job, still have insurance, have the benefits to do it. But also the overhang of my tummy or panniculus was such that it was rubbing and causing a rash and a yeast infection, and that actually was the reason that I was approved for the insurance, was to relieve that infection that would just be ongoing if I didn't have this. So, but for me to endure pain, it had to also I had to also at least be semi-assured that it should relieve some of my back pain. Okay, so those are my reasons. It never was about cosmetic reasons for me, because at 59, happily married, my husband, never, complained or suggested that I was anything other than, his perfect woman in some way. Which has always been awesome about him, I have to say. And I never envisioned myself needing, bikini ready or swimsuit ready, figure for any reason. I don't know. Tummy tuck was not on my radar. So I think I've explained that to death. Let me get on to it. The process, I went to an outpatient place, surgical suite, which I was reluctant about doing. I thought, oh, this better be in a hospital, because I tend to have, if not complications, at least I have a hard time waking up. And another outpatient surgery experience that I had didn't go well, and they ended up discharging me long before they should have, simply because they wanted to close up their center. I was assured by my surgeon this would not happen in his where he was going to be doing business, and indeed that was the case. They did end up having to stay late. I did take longer than usual to come around enough to go home. For me, it ended up being a 3.5-hour surgery. They had expected 4.5 hours because they had to work around old scarring from having my gallbladder out the old-fashioned way. They also had minor hernia repair and whatever other issues that they had from me being older, from me perhaps having still a little more fat there than they would with others, because I haven't finished my weight loss journey completely. But this all came down to a matter of timing, wanting to get the back relief soon, and wanting to make sure that I got covered while I still had insurance. So let me show you what looks like at this point, 2 weeks out. So I have these pants that go all the way up to here. I had these pants from way before. I think it's probably the only outfit I have left over from the old days before weight loss. Just simply because it's very stretchy and comfortable. So let me see what I can do here. All right. Belly button. They fashioned a new belly button. This isn't a scar. This is just leftover adhesive that I haven't gotten complete. Oh no, it isn't. I'm sorry. Those are the kind of fishing line wires sticking out for when this to aid stitches coming out. Not sure how that works exactly. I don't know. Okay, so the incision for me starts way over here on the side, follows roughly at a bikini panty line, down, and then back up to this side. Because of my gallbladder, which you can faintly see the scar goes from here over to here. This used to be kind of like up in this area. Because of that, he couldn't go all the way up to here like he says he does normally on tummy tucks. So he had to keep below this line, which means that from the side you can kind of see that there's still a bump right here that maybe would have not been there if he could have gone higher. This is the drain, one of the two drains. Here's the other sticking in here. And these are coming out of down the pubic line, which we're pretty close to that pubic line right now. And as you can see, this 2 weeks out, this is draining kind of a yellow, reddish tinged yellow fluid. And this fluid is between the, I'm going to put this back up. This fluid is between the, as I understand it, the muscle wall and the fat wall. You can, read a lot more about tummy tucks and how that works and everything, by researching on the internet. So I don't think I'm going to add a lot to that discussion, but for those who have been following me, or not, you want a real person talking about it, I just thought I'd at least show that. I do have before photos that I had my husband take, but they're not real in detail. They're actually from a distance, more to show the shape of what my stomach was before surgery. I'm going to eventually put all those things together in one long line, starting back before my vertical sleeve gastrectomy, until I get to my so-called finished product, whenever that is, because I'm always a work in progress. But at some time, maybe I'll be able to append before and after photos to this video. Not sure if I'll get that done though. But my surgeon took good detailed photos before, and I'm sure he'll be doing during and after. Well, or at least after. I'm not sure. I've already had another visit with him. I had 2 visits post-surgery. Yeah, I've had 2 visits post-surgery so far. Tomorrow will be my 3rd visit post-surgery. He hasn't taken follow-up pictures yet. Probably too soon to see any progress. But I'm going to move where the lighting's a little bit better. I don't know. about you guys. I'm much more conscious of lighting now that I've gotten to this point. But anyway, so it's hard. I would say it's hard for me to stand up completely straight 2 weeks out. Let's see, just standing up about like this, I feel a tug from here, and I don't know if you can see this, from right underneath my chest to down to the top part of my thighs. That hurts. It hurt intensely at the beginning. For the first few days, I couldn't straighten up, and then that caused my back to go back into spasm mode, which is one of the problems I was having before surgery, which I was hoping to alleviate with this surgery. So, but it's going okay, the recovery. I'm just tired, which I am for every single surgery I've had. So that's nothing new. It's nothing specific to this one. So I'll talk again about this surgery, but I wanted you to at least see what the scarring looked like at this point and what the drains look like as well. And I guess the other thing to point out is what I first showed a while ago, that like these threads that are sticking out. They're sticking out all over the place, all along the incision line. And the surgeon just explained that they were ways for him to be able to remove the stitches. They're not the actual stitches themselves, but I guess. I don't know how that works. I'll have to ask him tomorrow. I'll find out then. Oh, the other thing to point out is that I have a lot of swelling in my midsection, such that I actually am about 1.5 inches larger in my waistline and 1.5 inches larger across my belly button. Waistline being at my smallest point and abdomen being across where my belly button is. Anyway, 1.5 inches larger in each of those places than I was prior to surgery. And he says that he took out about 10 pounds worth of skin and fat. But on the scale the next day, it showed 3 pounds lost total. And so 7 pounds of swelling, I guess, is what I have had. And it hasn't gotten a whole lot better in that department, to be honest, because I've been taking my measurements and been noticing that. I mean, what I notice is this flat, more or less flat, or, hard to tell. Hard to tell in this video. It doesn't look very flat now, that's for sure. Yeah, this is definitely swollen here. I guess we would really need to see befores to show that this is quite a change. What I had before was an overhang, and there's definitely no, it's hard to tell with all this stuff here, but there's no overhang anymore. But this is so swollen that it still looks like I'm sticking out, quite a bit more than I will be when the swelling goes down. So I think I'm repeating a lot of my, and it's 13 minutes, 13 and a half minutes in. So I'm going to cut this off at this point, but at least that's a view of where I am at with this tummy tuck. So take care, have a great one.